What were the things you always wanted to do, but the job got in the way? If you've been saving your interest for when you have the time, this is your moment. Today, I'm going to show you how to explore those passions without spending a fortune, the same way that I did. After I retired, I became an award-winning artist. I learned to play ukulele. And I published my memoir, all things that I would never have dreamed I would ever do. And I truly believe you too can uncover your hidden talents. Hi, I'm Esther. Welcome to my channel, The Next Chapter, where we talk about all things after the age of 50, 60, and beyond. I grew up in a not so wealthy family. So being conservative with money, maybe being a little frugal with money came naturally for me. For years, I lived on a very tight budget. So when I retired, I finally had the time and the means to take a few art classes that I'd always had an interest in. I signed up for watercolor, then I signed up for oil painting, and honestly, I was disappointed. The classes were expensive and the results didn't match the investment. That's when I realized something important. You don't need big money to explore your interests. You just need curiosity and a little bit of creativity. One day I remembered that my daughter-in-law had painted with acrylic paints. There were no local classes for that media, so I got resourceful. I hopped on Amazon and I bought a little simple starter kit, basic paints, an easel, and a few canvases. Then I turned to my favorite university, the one my husband always tells everybody that I attend, the University of YouTube. There were hundreds, maybe even thousands of beginner tutorials for painters. And with the job out of my way, I had an extra 8 hours a day to play, experiment, and learn. And that's how my journey to becoming an award-winning artist began. My next interest was the ukulele. I spent $65 on Amazon for a tenor ukulele with all the accessories. I picked up a beginner book, and once again, YouTube became my teacher. And lesson after lesson and chord after chord, I found a new creative outlet. Music brought joy and confidence and a whole lot of fun into my life. But my creativity didn't stop there. After hundreds of hours of free writing classes on YouTube, I wrote and published my memoir, the story of my transformation from a chronically shy woman to a confident, outgoing retiree. No expensive workshops, no fancy programs, just time, curiosity, and the willingness to learn. So let me ask you, what interests have you kept on the shelf? What have you been waiting to explore until you had the time? Well, with retirement, I believe now you probably do have the time. Retirement gives you the gift of hours you can fill with creativity, discovering all the things you imagined yourself doing one day. You can start uncovering your hidden talents just like I did. And you can do it without breaking the bank. If you're ready to find your mojo in retirement, start small, stay curious, and let yourself play again, just like a child. Experiment, be messy, be creative. You worked a lot of years for this chapter in your life. Enjoy it by finding your hidden talents. You just might surprise yourself.